Okay, so in this video we are going to do a complete deep dive into cron job, and then we will move into the exploitation phase, like how attackers exploit them to gain higher level privilege as a low user. So if you have never heard about cron job, don't worry, we will start from the very basic. We will talk about how they work and what they are, and then we will move to the exploitation phase where we will discuss two different methods, like how we can exploit them, and then we will talk about two different exploitation paths. We will understand how the reverse shell work, and also we will be getting a root shell on a real Linux machine. So by the end of this video, I guarantee you will fully understand cron job from not only the concept but also how we can exploit them. So without any further delay, let's get started. Okay, perfect. So let's start understanding what cron job is. Actually, I have already made a video like that was kind of overview on the cron job. So I will suggest to watch that video first, because in that video I have given the overview about the cron job very simply and started from very basic. Or what I am thinking is we should watch it together, and once we watch that we will then move to this. The reason I'm going with that is we have not so much detail from the basic in this guide. So I think it's best to watch that video first together, and then we will come over here and start understanding and figuring out how we can exploit that. So right here you see I am on my channel, and actually this is the video I have made. It is like a month ago. Okay, and now let's watch it together. Once we understand this, once we watch this, we'll then come over here and then start discussing from over here. Okay, so I will just play the video, and then if there is any thing I need to explain, I will talk. Otherwise we will otherwise you and I will listen to this video. Alright, so before starting the video, let me tell you quickly what we will be doing in this video. First of all, we will talk about what is cron job, and then we will discuss from the hacker point of view why the cron job is very important to understand, and then we will talk about how it can help us in privilege. So you see I have given the example of the alarm. You just open the app in your phone, or either in your computer. There is a clock app in computer as well. So what you do is you go there to the app and you create a alarm for yourself. So what you do is you set the name. They have given you the option to set the name as well, but normally we don't change that. We just keep it by default, or sometimes people do change the name for the alarm. So you just set the time and you decide, is it gonna run, the alarm is gonna run today only, or like another day, or like full week. And you also set the time yourself for the alarm. So I wanna open the clock and actually show you what I'm talking about. So this is alarm section, and if I click over here, it will ask me the time for the alarm. Okay, and also as I said, it will give us the option to, you can name the alarm. So like I wanna type test over here, and then I think the time is perfect, or let's just move it to this. Okay, and then it also asks from us if we want to, if we don't select this, it will run only one time, but if we click on this, it will run on Sunday, and then if we click on this, it will run on Monday, and then this it will skip the Tuesday. Okay, but if we select all of them, it will run every single day in the week. So now if I save that, this alarm will get executed on this specific time for every day in a week, and this will be the alarm name. Similar is the case that I'm discussing about in this video. I mean, this is very similar to, we have some tasks in Linux, and we like kind of schedule them at a specific time. So this is what I'm talking about. Let's just continue the video. I open my computer, your phone, your clock. You set alarm for a specific time, and when that time comes, the alarm just starts itself. So for example, I want a simple task that whenever I open my computer, what I want it to do is it just automatically open the Google Home for me. So that's what task scheduling is. And if we apply the same concept to Linux, it just called the cron job. The task that run are called cron job, right? So the concept is same, but just kind of different way. You can see right here, the scheduler run automatically some command or script at a specific time. Now we can. Yep. So this was the port for the Linux, and as I told you, we have sometimes we want, or the system needs to run some stuff, some commands, some program in order to work normally. So I just schedule those tasks for itself, and what this is what we call a cron job. Now let's continue again. Part like why do we want some command or script at a specific time? Now we can just move to this part like why do we care about the cron job as a attacker or as a hacker? So the thing about the cron job or the scheduled task is basically they run at different users. So for example, there are like three different scheduled tasks. One run with the root user or with the administrator user that has higher level privileges, another with normal user, and another with a very low privilege user. So like for example, the first scheduled task that we talk about that run as root or either administrator that just do some system level activity to keep the Windows or Linux functioning normally. So basically what we were looking. Yep, so this is what I talked about, that there is some kind of stuff that Linux itself schedule have the scheduled task or the cron job to work normally or to perform its function. So the main thing over here is that I want to clear is that to interact with the system or kernel, the scheduled task must run with the root. Otherwise, the activity it needs to do, the stuff it needs to do, will get permission denied error, because only root can do these activities. It has because it has the highest privileges on Linux. And if for example we said that system level functioning activity, that specific cron job run as normal user, it will get the permission denied errors. So that's what I'm talking about, is that we'll list all of these scheduled tasks and then we will look for the tasks that run as a root user or administrator user. So this I think I'm gonna with a very low privilege user. So like for example, the first scheduled task that we talk about that run as root or either administrator that does do some system level activity to keep the Windows or Linux functioning normally. So basically what we were looking is that we will list all of these scheduled tasks and then we will look for the tasks that run as a root user or administrator user. So in this video is relevant to the Linux, so I will just call it root over and set. The thing over here is that on Linux we call the highest privilege guy, we call it root, and on the Windows we call it either have the anti-authority one. This is one account that has the highest privileges and another is administrator. So that's right now we are talking about the Linux. So that's what I am saying, but both are generally same. They both have the highest privileges on both of these operating system. So once we find out some schedule that run as a root user, but what we will do next is we will then check the binary or the program or the command or the script that specific scheduled task is running. Can we like replace it or modify it, or can we delete that? We will need to check that. So this thing right here that I am talking right now, that we will try to find out the part, the program, the binary. We will be discussing this in one of the attack. Remember I told you in the intro of this video that we'll be specifically talking about two different attacks, how we can exploit these, how we can use those two methods to exploit the cron job. So one of the method is about this that right now I am talking about. This right here you can see, is there a cron job or scheduled task running as root that calls a script or file or anything that I can modify? If the answer is yes, we might probably give higher privilege easily and we are good to go. What we will do is we will go to that specific directory and remove that file or either modify it and put our in place or malicious file. And after that, when that specific task run next time, it will just execute our malicious file or script. And since it will run as root, so we will get the root permission. So that was the attacker point of view. Okay, and in this video we are just finding them, right? I think I have not explained or talked about in the second attack. This was the first, as I told you right now, and the second I think I forgot that one in this video. But don't worry, we will be understanding that as well in this video right now that we are doing. Okay, so I have already that in this guide. We will be doing understanding first of all, and then we will be also studying how we can exploit them, and not studying just but also doing the practical of that, like practically exploiting them. And now just to see scheduled tasks and whichever run as root. I will make a separate video on that, like how we will explore them, how we will find them, and what else we can do with that. Now we can move. That's what I'm talking about. This is the video right now, the one you are watching. This will be the complete guide on the cron job, from very basic to exploitation. This one. So these are like command for Linux, how you will find this schedule task or cron job. So let me give you a quick overview. I think this part right here is a bit confusing, so I will skip that because in this video right now I will be explaining this to you in a bit more detail. All I want to do is the above section was like explained very well, so that's what I wanted you to watch, and this section is a bit not very good, so I will skip that and let's move. Or if you want to watch, let's just watch it. It's just 2 minutes. How you will find this scheduled task or cron job. So let me give you a quick overview how you will find the scheduled task on window. I will show you what I mean by that, and then I can just move to links just for understanding. Okay. So when you type this specific thing, it will just list all of these scheduled tasks, including including that run as administrator and with other users. So you can see a bunch of tasks that we got in our window. I have ran that command and got these a bunch of. This is specifically one scheduled task on Windows. Now I think I will scroll and find one another and explain it to you. You can see right that this specific task just run as this user, and there are some tasks that run as systems. So when you are exploiting this scheduled task, our focus should be the tasks that run as system. I'm just gonna scroll and find out one, and then I'll explain that. Okay, so like for example, we have this specific scheduled task, and to exploit that, what we will do is first of all we will look the run as user in Windows. Like, is it run with system, system account, or some other regular user? Our main focus should be the system. Okay, and once you find out, yeah, so our main focus should be the system in Windows, and in the Linux our main focus should be the schedule task that run as from root, because we need higher level privileges. We need to escalate from lower privileges to highest privileges, and we want to find out some weaknesses, misconfiguration, the in the binary or the program that those specific scheduled tasks run. So we want to exploit them. We want to use that weakness for ourselves to attack them and like to get the highest privilege. That's what the main reason is. Build and look what does it execute. So right now the schedule does execute this specific exe. This is summarized into the window defender, and what we will do is we will just copy this thing and then check if we can like modify this specific .exe, or we can delete or do stuff with that. If yes, we can just easily remove this and place our own exe, and then when this task is good next time, boom, it will execute our malicious plan. Okay, now let's. So that was the window part, and now this I will be is showing you how we can list the cron job on Linux. Do the same on Linux. So I think I'm gonna skip a bit. So that was one command I have not explained. I think I'm gonna move. We already talked about this is the what is what inside this script, and we what. So I think we are good with this video. I hope you understood the very starting of this cron job, like the basics. Now I'm just gonna close this and let me just go. So now we will start from this. Okay, so this is it say that we have talked about earlier in the enumeration section. We were doing the video you just saw. It was the part of the manual enumeration on Linux. So that was the video we just watched, and you already got that cron job is scheduled task. That task could be a command, a script that Linux run automatically as at a specific time. And I have told you that it is more like a task scheduler on Windows, but specifically it is for Linux, since it is cron job, not a scheduled task. And then this is the thing. I think I have already told you in the video. Cron job run with the privilege of no, I did not talk about this. So basically cron job run with the privilege of whoever owns them, not whoever is currently logged in. So like for example, there are multiple cron job or scheduled tasks on a Linux machine, and all of them will be running as root user. Now the thing is, So we have a bunch of these command. First of all, we have this one, and then we have this one, and these as well. And then it's about the checking out the system logs, and in the system log we will be checking about filtering out the cron job related activities. Okay, so it's not a bit explained, and it was a bit confusing for myself, and I think for you as well. So I just made a bit more detailed version of those command, like what are those different command, what they do, and what we will get when we execute them, including this one. Okay, so this is the very first command. We will type the cat. This will list the content of this. The cron job file exists on this. This is the main system cron job file, kind of, you can say that. It is a central file where system wide schedule tasks are defined. Unlike user crontabs, this file also has a user column. It explicitly says which user each job run is. Like, it will give you the all of the cron job. It does not care who is the job or who is the scheduled task on by. It just lets all of them and told you this is this scheduled task, and it run with those user, and it exactly run this. So like, for example, when we execute this command, we will get something like this. Okay, so this is the path. So right now, just ignore these two. We will just come to this. These are the actual schedule task. Like, you can see this specific thing, this specific script run as root, and this Python script also run as root, and this is another script which run as this user. I'm just gonna explain what these stars mean, but just understand this is the user, the cron job or runs with. Okay, and this is the exact thing, the exact script being executed. And then we have the another command, this one right here. Okay, so what this is, this one is it is related to the installed software, like web server, database, monitoring tool. So basically, installed software drop its own cron job files into this directory instead of editing the main cron job. Okay, so when we install the software, and it needs to schedule some stuff for itself to function normally, or to perform some feature, instead of editing the main cron job, the main file, I just throw them in this file. Just throw them over here. Again, this is the same format. These are the star. Don't worry, I will explain what these statics mean. And as I have already told you, this is the user this cron job will run with, and this is the exact thing. So you see, you might miss a root on job if you only check this main file, and if you skip this one. So make sure to check this one as well, and also this one. Now we have another one, this one right here. You see, list all cron related directory at once. This does not show you the job content. It shows you what directories and file exist. Linux has several special directories that automatically run script on schedule. So I think this one right here will kind of categorize all of the schedule tasks. Like, if let's say we have some different schedule tasks, and let's say one of them, two of them will run hourly. Like, once the hour changes, it will execute. So I think it will be over here. And then let's say we have another scheduled task that only run daily one time. It will be over here. And then those scheduled tasks that will run every week, and then another is every month, once in a month. So like, when we execute this command, we will see something like this, and this is the permission, I think, and these are the user and group that those specific cron job or scheduled task run with. And you see right here, I think this is the folder, and in each of the folder there are, as I said, it's on based on when the task will execute or run. And then we have the another command, which is this, and what it gonna do is, when we execute this, it will list our own scheduled task. This shows job that you, the current user, have personally scheduled. These are stored separately from the file system, like from the main file, and run as your user, not root. Obviously, if you are normal user, like for example, our username is Karen, and you set the some scheduled task, it will run as you, not as root. If root have set that scheduled task, it will run root, not as Karen. So usually not directly useful for privilege escalation. We have to just check what are the scheduled tasks that run as a normal user, our current user. And then we have this one. Let's also see, I think this is exact place, exact directory where other user personal scheduled tasks are stored, but I think as a normal user we won't be able to see them because we might need root access to read them. Every user's personal scheduled task is stored here, over here. The files are named after the user. So as I said, as a regular user, you almost certainly cannot read other users' file here. So even if we try, we will get some error that we don't have the permission and we cannot read. Like let's say I'm Karen right now and I type this, I will not be able to see the root, the scheduled task that is owned by root or any other user. I will only see the task owned by the Karen. So this command is mostly useful to confirm whether other user have cron job at all. You can see the file names even if you cannot read the content or if you have already escalated to a higher privilege. Okay, so that's that. And then we have another way, another approach to also worth discussing, but the main thing is either you need to be a root user to so let me tell you, first of all, we have this specific directory, okay, and this is where all of the kind of logs, system logs, user related logs, kernel logs, and are stored. So what this command is doing is it's kind of filtering out only the cron string and this system related log. This is generally most powerful than reading crontab file because the file shows what is actually executing. So whatever is being executed, it will be recorded in this system log. Cron job could be defined somewhere you missed. Yep, somewhere we might miss there. Like there might be some other cron job that we might have that we might miss, and and let's say it also run as root, so that a missed opportunity. And we will also see if a separate file for the cron job related logs exists or not in the same directory. But the problem is when we type this command, we will get permission denied error, because as I said, we will either need a root permission, we need to be a root user, or another thing is if we don't want to be a root user or if we are not a root user, you need to be the part of this ADM group. So if you are a part of this ADM group, even if you are a normal user as a Karen, you will be able to read that system related system logs or every single log that exists in this file, in this directory. So okay, so if you want to check if I belong to this group, if I am included in this group, what you're gonna do is type the id command in the terminal and you will get your user id, group id, and also all of the group that you belongs to. Like you belong to this group and then another is this group, and you might also belong to some other group. If you belong to this ADM group, it is what and it is best to also check the system log. So that's the summary of this command, and I think I have explained it very well. If you have still any question, let me know. I will help you understand that as well. So we have covered this one and also this one. Okay, we have not, I think, covered this one. This is actually, I think, when we run this command, this will be the system log output. So assume you are either part of the ADM group or a system a root user. So when you run this, what you will get is something like this. So this is the exact time that this task schedule, the task were executed, okay, and then this I think is the process ID because it is running right now, and then it shows over here the user which this cron job run as, and this is the command exactly being executed, and this is the exact script that is being like called. So you see this is the exact timestamp the job ran, and this is the job run as root, the command being executed, and this is the script being called. So this is one, this is another. So this is called a root on job calling a script inside a user's home directory, right? Just taking example, okay, this is our home directory, this is another user, assuming we are Joe, assuming we are this user. So you see right here, this specific script exists in our home directory, and home directories regularly or sometimes have weaker permission than system directory. So we need to check those, and we can if we find out some of the scheduled tasks that run as root and the script that it is calling is in our home directory, it is what to explore, because it might have some weaker permission and we can exploit that to get root. Now this is the output when you type this command. Remember, I told you I will tell you exactly what this is, the command. Okay, so this is the command. Now I will be explaining what this is. So when you type this command, you execute this command, you will get something like this. This will be the path and this will be the shell. So again, I am telling you to ignore this and let's focus on this, because in a moment I will explain this to you. Okay, so when you type this, you will get something like this, and this is all of the scheduled tasks for cron jobs. So above we got over here, I think, yep, these are the stars that I told you I will be explaining. So right here we are seeing 17. Basically we have different columns. Okay, this column is for the minutes, this for the hours, this is for the day of month, like is it date 1 or date 2 or date 15 or date 16. The value of this will be from 1 to 31, and this is then the month. The value of this will be like from 1 to 12. Is it month 1 or month 5 or whatever month that is, we will see it. If we see the asterisk over here, it mean every month, and if we see in the day of month, the asterisk, if we see in the day of month, it mean every day of the month, and if we see the asterisk in the hour section, it mean every hour, and if we see in the minute column, the asterisk, it mean every single minute. Okay, and then we have the day of week, like is it Monday or Tuesday or whatever day that is. So again, if you see the asterisk, it mean every single day of the week. Okay, so that's what it means, and this is the visual explanation of that. This is for the minutes. The value of that will be from 0 to 59, and if you see the asterisk, it mean every minute. And then again, the hour, as I explained, it value will be from 0 to 23 using the 24-hour format. And then we have the day of month will be from 1 to 31, and then this is the month, its value will be from 1 to 12, and then we have the day of week 0 to 7. So we have 7 days, right? And so if you combine, if you count it from 0, from 0 to 7, it will become, I think it will become 8. So it right here says both 0 and 7 is equal to Sunday. So over here, if you somewhere see the 7, it mean it either 7 or 0, it will mean that it is talking about the Sunday. So that task will execute on Sunday. I hope that makes sense. And this is the minute, it will execute every 17 minute after 17 minute, and this will every 6 hours. Okay, and this is for the user, like who is the guy, who is the owner of the specific cron job. So right here we see this is the root is the guy who owns this scheduled task, and this is the exact command that will be executed once the time once it reaches this time. So if you notice that in some of the scheduled tasks, we have specified the full path. Right here you see this one, but in this specific one, you just type the script name only. This is something related to the path that I was telling you, this path. So I'm gonna explain it a bit. As I said, this static mean every. Okay, if you see the asterisk, like asterisk for all of this, so it will mean every minute of every day of every week, yep, of every day and every month. So it will be something like that. And if you see something like this, it will kind of just mean if you see that in minutes section, it will mean every 5 minutes. So I think over here we have that, or I think we saw it here. Okay, so whatever that is, if you see somewhere this, it will mean every 5 minutes, and it will, I think you will most probably see in the minutes section. Okay, and then I don't know why they don't instead use just the 5, like similarly we use the 2517. So that's a bit confusion which I'm gonna cover, but I have hit the limit, so I don't know, I cannot do it right now. So just make sure you know that this mean every 5 minutes. And then we have the 0. So if you see in the hour section, like in this it would mean the midnight, the 12 a.m. okay, 0 in hour at midnight exactly. And if you see something like this, like one value and then the dash and another value, so it will mean from this value to that value. So it will kind of make a range like from Monday to Friday. It will execute on those 5 days. And then if you see somewhere in this probably in the month section, this this column right here, it will mean that that task will only execute on the day 1 of the month and day 15 of the month. So this is it that I just told you. Okay, so if you have still confusion, let me know. I will make sure to clear it. So this script that I told you, this one, I guess this one was it, or this one. So whatever, let's just take the example. Okay, so we saw the static for all of the option for the minute, hour, and the month, week, no, month. This is the day of month, this is month, and this is day of week. It's kind of hard to remember, but and this is the user who on this schedule task, and this is the exact script that will be executed. So or this mean that every minute, every hour, every day run as root, this specific script will run. Now it's time to discuss that path thing that I was telling you. We'll be discussing that. So let's talk about this. This is the path that cron uses when running jobs. It is completely separate from your user's path. So why this matter is, if a cron job calls a script by name only, like antivirus.sh, this script that I told you, instead of specifying the full path, the cron searches these directory in order from right to left. These are the directory it is talking about. So what this means in simple term overall is, let's say this one. Okay, so we have not specified the or given the or mentioned the full path for this script. What it gonna do is, the cron job is, what it will do is, since we have not specified any path or any exact path, so what it will do is, it will first of all go to this directory. Okay, because we have specified the path to look, if we like, if for some program or script we don't specify the path, just write the name. All you have to do is to use this path, and it will go first of all to this folder. Okay, this one, and if it does find, good to go. But if it does not find that file or script, it will then move to this directory. Okay, again, if it does not find, it will move to this one. Okay, and then it will move to this one until it find the colon over here, mean like this is separate folder, this is separate folder, this is separate folder, all of them are separate folder. So cron searches these directory in order from left to right, from here to here to here to here. So that's how it works. If you can place a script with that exact name in any of these directories that you can write to, so it just mean if in any of these folder, if you can write, you have the right permission, and you can place the script with the same name that the cron is searching for. So like for example, the this is this schedule task, and it is searching for this script. So if we can somehow make our malicious one and put either here, or any of these directory, if we can, well, then cron finds and run your script. So if we put that, cron will find our script and run it. So we will be talking about this in more detail in attack 2. Okay, so I hope this makes sense. When you type this, you get something like this. So I think you will be able to read the output of this, and I hope this path is clear to you now. Now, as I told you earlier, we will be talking about two different attacks. This is attack 1, and this is kind of attack 2. So we will be discussing the attack 2 after this one. Okay, so let's start understanding what attack 2 is. Okay, so let's start understanding the attack 1. This is the most straightforward cron job exploitation. A cron job runs a script as root. Okay, but the script file itself has weak permission. We can actually write to it. So this attack is basically, let me tell you the summary of this attack. So there will be a cron job, okay, and it will be executing some program, some script or whatever it like some kind of script, it will execute that, but as a root. The owner of that cron job will be root, but the problem with that script will be is that it will have a weak permission. We will be searching for some kind of that cron job. So since it will have weak permission, meaning we can write to it, so what we will be doing is we'll be actually modifying that. So if we can modify that, we will put our own malicious code. So next time it once it execute, it will also execute our code. So it once it execute our code, whatever we have inserted in the script, it will do that thing. What we are doing, first of all, we were like about how we listed all of the cron job. Once we listed all of the cron job, next what we will be doing is use the ls-lah flag and then the actual path for the script. Once we enter that, it will then tell us if we can write to it or no. Okay, one more thing is that about we talk about this, so I forgot that I want to see if we really get these MHDOMMONDOW these column name or no if we type this command in a real Linux machine, or is it just the AI that added these. So let's try that, and after that let me just come to this. So I wanna go to a machine. So this is, let me copy first of all this command. Okay, so etc and then this. Okay, so I think we will be able to see, they will let us to see or give option to know that this is a minute column, this is hour, this is day of month, this is day of week column. So they have given the option, so it is good to go then. I thought we will be remembering these. Now we will do this, you see right here. So I'm just going to the machine again and type this to like whatever script I will be it does not matter, but you will be checking yourself. I think there will be some automatic tool that will let you know, but I'm just gonna go with this specific one. So I will first of all type the bash and then lslash and then the full path of this script. So it's home karen backup.sh. Okay, so we don't have the permission. I actually did not explain this to you. So once we type this, and that script has weak permission, by weak permission I mean we get something like this. So this is very important, this part. This is the owner of this script is root, the group is also root, and this is when it will execute. This is it, and this right here, this block you see, this is for the user, okay, the owner of this file, and this right here, this is the group block. So we know that the file of this group is the group of this file is also root, so it also has this permission, and then this is for other user, the other user that exists on the Linux machine. So right here we see read, write, execute permission for the owner. Okay, and then this is for the group, read, write, execute permission, root group can read, write, execute, and read, write for the other user. World world mean other user that exists on the machine. So this means everyone can read and write to this specific file, including you or any other user on the Linux machine. And this right here, it says that this is the dangerous part. If we can write to it, we will be able to modify that. When you see word writable w in the last three character, this is what it's saying on a script that root execute, yeah, cron, that is your root path. Yep. So this is the simplest path. Root owns it, root runs it, but you can edit it. Those two facts together all you need. So this script is run by root, and this script is owned by root, and we as a normal user can write to it. So that's the main thing and main exploit. So I'm just gonna search one by one. I tested this, we don't have the permission. Now let's just do for this another one, tmp py. I don't know, it says no file or directory found, so I'm just gonna move to tmp and then do this. So where is that script? Okay, I don't see that, so we will ignore that for right now, but we'll be trying to find out is a script that has weak permission. So let's try the antivirus.sh one. Yep, I'm just gonna try the antivirus one. Let me make it clear and do this again so that I can see the full path. So it will be cat etc and cron. It's cron tab, not just a single cron. So we have got this, and now I'm gonna type LH and antivirus. Okay, I'm just too dumb to see that. You see right here we have in front of one of the script the backup.sh, which is in our home directory. And earlier I told you that mostly the script or whatever the cron job executing is whenever it is in the home directory, the user home directory, the permission are usually weaker or have some kind of misconfiguration rather than in the system directories. So this is in our home directory, meaning we might be able to write to it. Okay, so if I type the ls again, let me first of all clear and do this. This is the script. Okay, and let's do ls-la. So this is the script exec, and basically this script right here you see is owned by Karen, and the group is also Karen, and we can read and write to it. But if I type the cat again and etc cron tab, you see the schedule task was created by the root user. So meaning this will, as I told you earlier, whoever created the schedule task, it will execute with their permission rather than who own the file. So it now when you are this execute, it will execute with the root permission. And since we can write to it, where is that? Yep, so we can read and write to it. So what we gonna do is we'll be exploiting that. So right here you see, when you see word writable or any script that you can write and that script run as root in a cron job. So what you will do is basically it is saying do not replace the script, like do not delete the content of the script. If you completely overwrite the script with just your payload, you might break whatever the script was supposed to do. A broken backup script or monitoring job might alert an admin. Appending adds your code after the existing code. So it means we will instead add our script code or whatever we want to add at the end of the existing content. Because of this, the original functionality will still run and our payload will also run and nothing will look broken. Okay, so what we will be doing is we will be starting the listener, the Netcat listener on this specific port. Okay, and then we will be so first of all what I'm gonna do is start the listener on this port by copying this command, and this is my Kali Linux. I am basically using the TryHackMe Kali Linux as well as the misconfigure lab for the cron job exploitation. So I will just copy this, paste it over here. Okay, we have started listening on this port, and now what we'll be doing is we'll be putting our payload in this script. So as mentioned here, first of all we'll type the echo or like this. So echo, and this two stuff you see greater than sign is what we call append. Okay, we call it appending. So it means whatever we want to add, it will be added after the existing content. So I'm just gonna type the echo this, and the path to the script is home and then Karen and then backup.sh. So what this gonna do is it will just end an empty line. Okay, so perfect, we have added that. And now what we will do is, first of all, let me actually show you that we don't have the payload right now in this script. So this is the content of it, and now we will be adding this. Don't worry, I'm just gonna explain this one a little bit. So I'm need to first of all make this line or the command perfect. I need to type the path for the script. So I'm basically this is the payload. Okay, and here we will type our Kali Linux IP. So my Kali Linux IP is this is my Kali Linux IP. Okay, I just copied that and I'm just gonna put it here, and then on this port we started listening on Kali Linux, and then we will just write this to this script. Basically we will also replace the actual path which was home and Karen and then backup.sh. So this is it. Now let me copy it and come over here and paste it. Perfect. Now let's just type again the cat and then actually do it like this. So you see right here we type the cat and the backup sh. Before the payload was not there. Now you see the payload is there, and as I told you that the first echo thing adds a blank line, and this to me means append a single greater sign will overwrite all of this script whatever is in it. So it's good to use the appending now, and we also verified that the shell is added and also the original code is there. So that was the main point, and now what we're going to do is we will wait for the cron job to start the scheduled task. Okay, and once it let me see how much time after it will be executed. So it will execute after a minute. So after a minute we will be getting shell over here. We need to wait 1 minute and we will get the shell hopefully here. So this is it, and this is how this one work, and this is the payload explanation that we just put inside the script. First of all, I want to see if we can get the script or the shell or no. So we will wait for this and see if we can get that or not. Till then, I'm just gonna explain the payload to you in simple term. This is called a named pipe reverse shell. Okay, hearing first time myself. So rm mean remove tmp/f, delete this if it already exists. Okay, we are about to create it as a specific type of file, so we need a clean slate. Bro, what is that? If it already exists as a regular file, this will fail, so we remove that. Bro, I don't understand, but the problem here is that we have a simple type as well. I will try to explain it in a bit easy term, but we can also use this the netcat he and this, so instead of that. But the problem with this is because this is easier, and the problem is this is the -e flag tells netcat to execute a program when it connects. It is clean and it is easy, but there is a problem. Most modern Linux system ships with the OpenBSD version of Netcat, and OpenBSD Netcat deliberately remove this flag for security measure. So I think in modern system this one will not work. So just for the backup or for another web we are using this. So that is why we are using that. Okay, the problem is I don't know, I use the correct IP, but see right here this and this is the same, but I type the IP address and the IP which is showing over here is this one. So I think I'm just gonna use this IP 107.132. So is it correct? Yep. So I pasted the IP over here, which is this now, and I think this is the correct now since I checked again. So I'm just gonna go to my machine again, and then how do I remove this line now? I think I will be opening this file with nano, because this is the only way I know. I cannot there might be a way, but I don't know how do I delete it without opening. So backup.sh, so I'm just gonna delete this line. Okay, and I will paste the another one. Okay, I pasted it, and let me just save it by this and doing this. Perfect. Now let me confirm it by typing get backup.sh. I think it is good now, and let me start the listening on this port again, since this is what actually I need to clear the terminal first of all, and then ncl and vp1234. So let's see if we can get the shell now, since earlier the IP was wrong, and now let's just see. I have put this, and let's just wait now, and till then I have, let's understand that reverse shell that we were talking about, the named pipe reverse shell. We are sitting at your car Linux. Yep, and this is the victim machine tmpf. It's like you are setting somewhere else, the victim machine is setting somewhere else, and this tmp/f is like a tunnel to you, from you to the victim machine. So it is that, imagine the two rooms connected by a tube through the wall. You are this in room A and the victim is in room B. So you want to shout command through the tube and have room B execute them and shout the result back to you. So the problem, it says a tube only goes one direction, so we get clever and loop it. Remove this, throw away the old tube if there is any. The tube just went over. What tube here means the whatever connect the victim machine and the attacker machine. And with this command we tell the Linux to create a new magic tube. Okay, make this new thing, and okay, stand at it at the tube waiting for anything to come through. So I think we are telling someone to stand there, like kind of understand it from analogy. Okay, telling someone to stand there, and whenever we tell something to you, okay, this is like on the another end of the victim machine. We are like kind of understand from analogy. We are sending someone at the victim machine, telling that whatever comes from the attacker side, just listen to it, and whatever comes through, and then here whatever comes through the tube, run it as a command. Okay, and this right here removes the error. If it errors, don't send, or just kind of throw the error and send all of the commands, no, I mean the result back to me over the internet on this specific IP on this port using the Netcat, and this whatever I type, show it back into the tube. So this is the visualized kind of version. You type a command on Kali, Netcat sends it over network written into this tube. Okay, the cat reads it out of the tube, then execute the command, result goes back through Netcat using the tube, and we see the output. Okay, so I have started both of the machine. I'm just gonna start the listening first of all on my Kali Linux, and once I started it, I will then come to the machine and just insert my payload in the backup.sh file. So I need to type nc lvnp, and then let me just use a 3333 this port right now. Okay, so this is the port now, and I just need to go back to the another machine, and till then I need to fix this command which we will be putting in the file 3333. And what is the IP of this? So this is the Kali Linux IP. I will instead use this 10.114.114. okay, and then 114 again, 114, and then 22. okay, I just let me remove this, and I think now we are good. So I can just start the listening again, and let's go back to this machine. So I'm just gonna type the bash, and then let's see if we have the file over here or no. Yep, we do have the file now. I'm just gonna do this and do this, and then use the appending, and then the file name is this. So now let's verify if we have inserted the payload in this backup.sh or no. So perfect, we have inserted or put the payload here. Now I think we need to wait 1 minute. Let's see, get etc cron tab, and it should say 1 minute. Yep, every minute. So I think we need to wait 1 minute, and after 1 minute it will give us the shell. So let's just wait if and see if it gonna give us the shell or no. We have done the steps correctly now. Okay, I just saw that they are using completely different payload over here, which is this bash I and this stuff, and we have used completely different one. So I just wanna clear what is going on. Maybe that's the reason we are not getting the reverse shell, or there might be something else. Let's see. So they are kind of different, both of these method, and for us the one that is better and reliable is this one. So I think we'll be using this one. See, we have still not got anything, so this is the one we'll be using. I'm just gonna do the nano and then the backup.sh. So we have this now, and let's just move down and paste this. Okay, and let's just set the port to 3333. okay, and our Kali Linux IP is let me copy from above 10.114.114.22. so this is it. Let me remove this above one now, and after that I will be saving this, and then we will wait 1 minute and see if we can get the reverse shell or no. So I think we are done. Let's just verify if we have done this correctly or no. Cat and backup.sh. So what? Cat backup.sh. So it is showing correctly. Now let's just wait on the Kali Linux and see if we can get the reverse shell or no. For some reason we are still not getting, so I'm just gonna follow these steps that Kali Linux that Claude told me. So I'm just gonna use this new port, okay, and then go back to this machine. And so we start listening first of all with the nc -lnvp flag with 4444 port, and now we will be doing this, okay. So let's, okay, is it because of this it is not executable? I don't know. I wanna ask Claude. Okay, so Claude is telling me this is because you did not set the script to executable. So this thing right here, you see cron fires run this script as root, okay, and then Linux check is this script executable. If it is not, it just does nothing, no error, no shell. So if it is executable, it will do this. So that was the main, I think, issue, even though it does not matter what port we use. And so I just wanna type the cat again, backup.sh. so we have this, okay. Let's start the listing again on 333 port instead of the 444 port, because it's easier here a bit rather than changing the whole payload. So I'm just gonna end this and start with 3333. Now let's wait 1 minute and see if we can get the shell or no. Okay, I need to make this file as executable. I forgot it again. So let's see, I have not made it executable. So let me first of all do that, otherwise I will not get the shell again. So chmod plus x with the backup sh file, now it will work, okay. So it's 217, and I hope we will get the shell on 218 if we have given the correct Kali Linux IP. It will then work, otherwise, okay, we have got the shell. Perfect. That was the main issue, that the file was not executable, okay. So that was the one method, the attack one that we were talking about. This one, that was this attack writable script. We found a writable script, we inserted our payload, and then we start listening on our Kali Linux machine, our attacker machine, and then we waited. We actually made this script executable. That is the main. Also, you need to check if the script is, or the file is executable or no, otherwise you will not get the reverse shell the way we did that mistake. So we covered this mistake. I hope you understand or understood this, okay. Now the another next attack is that, okay, I will explain this one, but first of all we have some flags over here, the question we need to answer, because we became root. So I think I will first answer these. I think we will be then moving to the attack too, so it will be a bit difficult, not very difficult, but still. So how many user defined cron job can you see on the target system? As Karen we saw 0, is this asking me to the user we log in like the user I'm logging into, how many cron job it has. Okay, so it is asking the complete. So I'm just gonna go back here and do the cat /etc/crontab. so cat etc/crontab. Let's count them now. This is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, I think, yep, 8. Let's see. Okay, it is 4. I think they have not included these user defined 1 2 3 4. These are the 4, yep, I guess. And we need to find out the flag 5.txt flag, whatever is the content. So I'm just gonna search find this, and then the name, and then the flag 5.txt, and then to this, and dull, and no dev, and null. Okay, it is in the /home/windows/ so I will be moving to my Kali Linux, since we got the reverse shell of this machine, the root shell. Okay, so I'm just gonna go there, and we will be also seeing the mats. I think this is another user. We will be seeing the shadow password of this, and once we get the hash password. Once we get the hash, we will be then using the join tool with rogu.txt to find out the real password. So I think that's the explain, but first of all let me just get the flag 5. So we have got this shell, and now since we got that the flag 5 is in the /home/ubuntu/flag5.txt. Perfect. This is the content of the flag, which is thm-383000383 Perfect. And now we need to find out the mate's password. So first of all I just want to search if there is any file with the mate, and if we can find it will be good, otherwise I will have to read the shadow file and then get the mate's hash. So find slash and then name. We don't have any file, so now I will be reading the shadow file etc/shadow. I think we lost the root shell, so I just wanna start the listing again on this spot. I think it was my mistake, so don't worry, we'll get the shell again after a minute, since that cron job also already run after every minute. So we got the shell, and now we'll just get the mate's password. So we got the root shell again, reverse shell again. So I'm just gonna type the cat etc/shadow. Actually we need to copy the shadow file and then transfer it to our Kali Linux, because this is just the shell of the another machine, not the exact file and stuff. Okay, perfect. We have got the stuff over here. I just use the cat command and then use the /etc/shadow file, and then use the single greater sign, which will write the stuff to another file. And then so yeah, this is the command I used, this one, cat this, and then write this to shadow.txt file, and then I type this and we got all of these. So I'm just gonna get the file, the shadow.txt file. For that I need to start this listening on this spot. Okay, and then I have this another command which is this. Okay, and I will be typing the, first of all I need to get the Kali Linux IP. Okay, so this is Kali Linux IP. Now we can start the listening again, or let me first of all type the cd or to move to the download folder, LOADS downloads, and then start the listening over here. Let me just get the IP of Linux, which is 10.114.114.22. so is it the correct? Yep, this is the correct IP. And now let me fix the IP over here. So this is what I will be okay, so it is in the tmp shadow.txt. This is what I will be executing on the victim machine Netcat and the our Kali Linux IP, the port, and this is the file we want to send to our machine. So this will list the content and use, then we are using the pipe, and whatever result we get, we are using the pipe to send it to this IP or this machine using the Netcat on this port. So that is that, and now let's just see if we can get that or no. I think our IP was 114.114, so that is why it is stuck. I think I need to fix this over here, 114.114 like this, and now let's just see it. We got for some reason we the shell gets removed. Now I started listening again. We will wait 1 minute again, and once we get the shell we will then run the command. I actually send this over here. Let me see what is my IP. So that is my IP up 114.114. Let's just wait for this to get the shell, and we will then run this command. Make sure our IP is correct. Yep, it is correct. Let's see if we can get that. Yep, we got the connection. Let me stop this and type the ls. Okay, we got this file, and now shadow.txt. Perfect, we got the file. So just as a reminder, we have not discussed the attack too, but what I'm trying to do is answer these questions first of all. So after that we will move to that. This is our Kali Linux machine, and we have the John tool which we will be using to correct this hash of the mate to get the password. So I'm just gonna use John. Okay, John, and then let me make it big so you can see it a bit more better. Yep, it is better. Now let me do the clear and then use the John tool. So this is the John, and this is the exact path to the roku.txt word list. We will be using that. against the met user. So we now gonna specify the users, which is met. Okay, they are asking specifically about the met, and then we will also specify the shadow.txt. okay, so they are asking to use the full path of the tool, so I'm just gonna use the /usr/spin/this. okay, we run this command, this specific tool with this using the slog2.txt. this is the user, the shadow file which contain the hashes, and we got this password. I think it's 1234561 23456. Yep, actually I want to test that as well, and after that we will just discuss the second attack. That is also very important. So SUMATT. okay, and then 1234556. perfect, we are now made, and so that's that. And now we will be talking about the second attack. Since we got the match password, the one answer, now let's discuss the second attack. Where is that? The missing script. okay, path hijacking via cron. This is sneaker attack and incredibly common in real world engagement. So it is saying that this is very common in real life. okay, the summary of that is root cron job calls this antivirus.sh or any script. okay, but that antivirus sh script does not exist anywhere on the file system, because an admin deleted the script, and because they don't need that anymore, or by mistake they forget to remove the scheduled task a cron job entry. So that's the thing. If we can somehow make our script that the cron job is looking for and can place over there, we will get the instant root shell. This happens constantly in real world environment. Admin delete script, reorganize directory, clean up all tools, but they forget to remove the cron entry. This is very true actually. The cron job keeps firing every minute, calling a script that is no longer there. The system silently fails and nobody notices it. For you as an attacker, this is a gift. If cron cannot find the script at a full path, it searches through the path variable, the one we defined, this one at the top of this, looking for a file with that name. If you can create a file with that exact name in any directory that is in the cron path, this path, okay, and you can write to that directory. This is what I told you. Cron will find your file and execute it as root. So now what we will do is we will look for the script antivirus.sh. Actually previously we found out that let me type the etc and crontab, which is here, and we got this antivirus sh script. If I use the find with this name and then colon antivirus, make sure I don't or you don't write the name incorrectly, otherwise it will search for something else. Antivirus and then to this and dev null. So you see we did not get any file with the name antivirus sh. So it means that there is a cron job created by a root that will look for the antivirus sh using the path variable. You see this is the path and it is not there anymore. So what we can do is we will be looking if in any of these folder, if we can write that, we'll create a new file with this name, and next time it run we will then execute. So to find out if we can write to that or no, either we will do one by one. Let's do one by one like this, lsl the full path, and then actually we will be looking as this. Yep, so you see right here we don't have the permission. Actually we can only read and execute, so that we cannot do that. And let's just see in this one. Okay, this is the same thing and this is the same thing, I guess. Okay, wait, we have the permission over here. We can write here. So if we can place the antivirus sh, our fake antivirus sh script here, it will be executed from this directory. Okay, and this is I think another short command. Let's see. Okay, see this one did not work. We have to check manually. If I have used this and did not check manually, it will have told me that you cannot do this and I will have left this method, right? And what we're going to do is we just need to, so there are now two methods we find out. One is getting the access to your Kali Linux, and another is since you already on the compromised machine, you can just get the shell over there locally. So I'm just gonna do this, actually to copy this shell and then store it. So echo and this shell slash bin slash paste this, and then this, let's specify the full path local. What was the path? This one, yep. Just the s bin, and then the file name should be antivirus.sh. So that's what I asked, because I saw the read write execute over here and in this as well, but I tried to create this file in this place, but it gave me permission denied error. But one thing I noticed is I see the L over here instead of the D. Yep, so that's the issue. I think L is just kind of pointer to this place, okay, and since we cannot write to this place, it means nothing, and it does not specify a full path, but we would have written created the file in our user directory, but it is not allowed. It won't, so it won't automatically find the script over there. So what's the fix now? One more thing I noticed is that we have another script, the Python script, but it is in temp file, and we can hopefully will write to this. I'm just gonna check tmp test.py for what bash cd tmp /ls, and let's just search. I think it is not present in this tmp directory, so I just want to type the cd to this. Okay, we are in home directory, root directory. Let's search for that. I think so. Find slash name, and what is the file name? Test.py, and then this to this null. So I search for this test.py file and it find out one, but it is in this directory instead of the tmp directory, and the cron job will look for the test.py in the tmp directory. So let's see, I want to see the content of this, if there is. Okay, this is some other thing. So I think this one is missing the test.py. As we saw, there is no test.py in the tmp directory, so that's the thing, and that's what we will be making, focusing on test.py. We will be creating a fake test.py. So what we will be doing is we will be creating test.py file. I'm just gonna, I don't know what to put it here, so honestly, so I'm just gonna go here and then, okay, so I told the Cloud that the tmp this does not exist, so it just give me this, and let's try it now. Okay, this one first of all, and then let me copy this one so it will write to that, and let's type the cat tmp test.py. Perfect, we are seeing the correct thing commands. Okay, instead of all of this thing, I will use the another one. This will give us the reverse shell, so I ask him to give me another one. Okay, so I'm just gonna put my Kali Linux IP, which is 10.114.114.22. Yep, this is it. Okay, and I just wanna do this. Okay, this, and now let me do the nano and tmp test.py, so that I can remove the second line, this one. Okay, let me remove this. Perfect, we are done with this, and what we're gonna do next is we will make this executable. Let me first of all clear, and then ls /, and then tmp test.py. so it is not executable right now. If we can make, yep, this is on by us. So first of all, like we will not do that mistake now. We will need to make the file executable. So to make this executable, we will type the chmod. Okay, chmod plus x and the tmp test.py. Perfect, now let's just see it again. If yep, it is executable now. Okay, we also need to set the listening over here on port 4444. okay, and then we will get the root shell, reverse shell. So I need to clear this screen, clear, and then the nclnvp and 4444. We did this, and let's go here. I think we are done from this side. All we need to do is wait 1 minute and we'll be done. We will get the reverse shell. Okay, so instead of getting the reverse shell, I will get the root shell locally on this compromised machine. So I have created this test.py file, and inside that I have typed these to get a bash file. Okay, so it will find out the bash on this place, and once it will create a tm bash file on this. Once we get the bash file, since the python will run as root, this will run as root by the task scheduler, the cron job, it will create this as root. Okay, so once it create this as root, you can see we give the permission the SUID, we enable the SUID on this. Since it will be created as admin as root, the permission it will be later using of root, because we are enabling the SUID as root. So when we do this next, after that we will get a bash shell, but that bash shell will be using the root permission. So let's just see, I type this and hopefully it will be let's first of all move to tmp. Let's type ls. Okay, so right now we have as I told you, we created this file with this content. Okay, and just we need to make this file executable so that it will then get executed by the cron job plus x and then test plus py. Perfect. We will then now get a new file with bash. So right now we don't see any file bash, and after like a minute we will get a bash with SUID enabled with the root privileges. Okay, so I told him that whenever I run this test.py manually with Python, it created the bash file. Okay, the bash file, and also with the SUID enable part, but with the normal low level permission, because I run it with the with my own permission, with my own privileges. So this does not matter that much when I run it with my permission. I wanted to test it if it will create the bash or no. So it created, but it was not actually running by the cron job. So we got this now. Okay, let's test this now if we can get the bash file or no. So I'm just gonna clear this and paste it this. Okay, let's type the cat and the test py, actually py. Now let's wait 1 minute and see if we can. Okay, we got the bash file. Perfect. Now what we're gonna do is just use this actually this. Okay, and id. Okay, effective id is 0. Perfect, we have got the shell finally. It was because it does not, the problem was actually this is the problem. Cron job this file directly run like a binary without this. I don't know what this is, but when you run it normally, you tell this to run it with the python. You told it to use the python. Cron job run the file directly and has no idea what interpreter to use. So we then specify the python over here, and then we got the bash file, and then we type this, we type the id, and our effective id is 0. So we can now again actually look for the flag5.txt which was here, though we have already found that and we read the content just to check it out. Okay, so or I instead try to use the earlier command we talked about, the system logs. So this actually only run if you have either root permission or belongs to the ADM group. So we can see the content of this. We are root user, and we have finally covered the first method and the second one as well. So let's summarize what we did so far. We first of all we understood what cron job actually are. A cron job is simply a scheduled task that Linux run automatically at a set time or a specific time simply. And the key thing that makes them interesting from an attacker perspective is that cron job run with the privilege of whoever owns them. Okay, not whoever is logged in. So if a root owns a cron job, a scheduled task, that job will run as root every single time. And then we move to how to actually find cron job on a machine, the different kind of command, the main crontab file, the individual job file, and also how to read the cron logs, find jobs that might not show up in the obvious places. I think we yep, we did this right here, just right here a minute ago. And then we went into the two main attack. The first one is the writable script attack, where a root on cron job run a script that you can actually write to. So that was like finding out a cron job which run some specific script, and where we can write, we then modify that and insert it or payload, and then it gave us the root shell. Okay, and the second one was we first of all checked out all of the cron job, and then there were some where a cron job calls a script by the name only without a full path, and that script does not even exist on the file system anymore. So we found a cron job, but it was calling a script file. It was not existing, that was not even there on the system anymore. So we then the test.py, and the admin deleted the script or forget or for whatever reason, but the cron is looking for or searching for the script or the file, but it is not there. So we created our own and placed it there with that same name. So one attack name is the writable script attack and the missing script attack. Okay, and I think in the next video I will be discussing about the wildcard. There is something like that in this guide, so I'm just not going to discuss that in this video. So hope you understood all of this. If you have any question, let me know. I will make sure to answer you. Okay, so see you soon.